Alright, welcome back. We found King Tom's red herring. Fantastic.
Look at that fish. I love it. I love Drippy. Why are you throwing him in the air?
There are several points in the game where Drippy will just, like, carry stuff for us. Like, we will be on a wild goose chase for a small refrigerator, and Drippy will carry it back to us.
I thought you were going to say for a wild goose.
No. For some reason, I really like the imagery of just Drippy carrying a big fridge.
Right on.
At some point, the king loses his anvil.
Kitchen sink is missing. Alrighty, I got it. I can't do Welsh. But
That's
anyway.
horrible.
Never again will I attempt to do his voice.
Okay, so this palace guard is telling us, oh hey, the king has been a lazy piece of shit lately. So, I wonder...
A pleasure to meet you, Your Majesty.
So it was you who delivered one's treasure back to one?
That's right.
Yes, Your Majesty.
And you wish for a prize?
Go on, man. Ask him.
Come now, don't be shy.
Well, Your Majesty,
Out with it now!
we need your wand.
One's wand. Mine. Huh? What did you say?
Crikey.
That smell. Could it be?
That's right, Your Majesty. He's not from our world. He's the one whose power freed me from my prison.
What? You mean he broke his spell? This little boy?
Yes.
Do you understand what you're saying, Fairy?
You have to say
Once you defy him, there's no turning back.
I know, but...
But what precisely?
Well, you know, he might be able to...
It's not one's concern. You may not have the wand. Now be gone.
Does that mean no wand, Mr. Drippy?
Looks like it.
So how do we get the wand now?
Something wasn't quite right about our royal friend. Broken-hearted he is, or I'm broken-headed.
The king is?
Lacking enthusiasm, it looked like. And because he's broken-hearted, the whole kingdom's being dragged down with it.
What are we waiting for? Let's go find the piece of heart he's missing.
Blimey, you don't need much encouragement, do you?
And that was the weirdest transition from voice to non-voiced I have ever heard in my life.
It's... They just stop. Like, let's go find it. Okay. We're not gonna have voice acting after this point. They just called it a day.
This was the last line recorded. And, you know, it was just like, oh no, budget's out.
The director was just like, do you guys need any more? Because I'm good if you're good.
I do have to say, I love the royal one.
Yeah, I love King Tom. King Tom is a good character.
Oh, absolutely.
He is brokenhearted because he stood up to Shadar at some point. That makes him a cool guy.
Oh, hey, Telling Stone.
This is, I think, literally the only time that the Telling Stone will actually pop out and do anything for us in terms of the story.
Every other time is just game mechanics and stuff like that.
No, he's explaining game mechanics right now, actually. On your mini-map, if you see green dots, as opposed to the blue dots that represent like normal people, or shining blue dots, which represent people with errands, then those are people that have a piece of heart that you can take from them. At this point in the game, there are only people with enthusiasm, though. There are several pieces of heart that we'll come across later. But for right now, any green dot that we see is a guy or a girl with too much enthusiasm.
Very enthusiastic town, then.
Yeah. They are just ding-dong swell.
A return of the puns.
Yeah. It can't stop.
Can't stop the puns.
No. Anyway, so let's have a look around for someone with enthusiasm. Let's go on an expansive journey. Oh wait, we actually do have to explore a little bit. I was thinking, that wall right there that we were just facing. Later, there's a cat on that wall that we can take enthusiasm from. So when I was saying this right now, I was thinking that I just went and talked to that cat right there. Like we had to put a whole bunch of effort into that.
So, like, do Oliver and Mr. Drippy, do they never consider getting enthusiasm from themselves?
Shut up, Bacon.
Oh.
I don't wanna talk about that yet.
Okay. Fish on the wall, and this kid.
It is Donald from the game Fire Emblem Awakening.
Cosplaying. My Miyazaki movie / game.
Oh man. He's super enthusiastic about what's a convention? I don't know. God, how do I not know conventions?
A ding dong con.
No, that's terrible. It's Ding Con Dell.
I don't think that was much better.
I don't think either of them are good.
You want to drop it?
Yeah. Anyway, Donald. I actually learned from this little exchange right here to stop fucking leaving the camera right behind Oliver when he talks to people.
Look at all this goddamn motion that we are not seeing.
Even if it was like centered towards the kid, it wouldn't. There is no movement. Tommy Stout.
Let us find some beer, I guess?
No.
Oh, I still haven't had a beer in, like, days.
Let's not
Weeks
talk
even.
about your drinking habits in our children's game Let's Play.
Yep.
Let's get enthusiastic.
It's magic.
There we go! There, I turned the camera. Good. I've really got to start scrolling through this text a bit faster. What do you think?
Yeah, you actually are doing pretty good. I mean, it's up long enough for me to read, and some people actually will want to read this. I know people can pause it, though, if they really want to read everything, but it's still considered to keep it up.
Yeah, I'll just let it scroll when it's important, but it's really time-consuming. Especially since only 1% of the fucking game is voice-acted.
Yeah.
Because you'll have Oliver say, hey, and it'll be voice-acted, and then it'll cut like it did earlier.
Oh. I like the fish on the On the ground, even.
You mean the fish on the fucking everywhere, because there are fish in every single piece of this kingdom?
I liked how the door was a cat paw, though.
Yeah.
Fish and cats.
It seems like this kingdom is themed somehow.
Actually, it's kind of bipolar in that way, but it is, yes.
Look, Drippy's just calling him Catface.
It's a dual theme.
He is
actually
the
a
most
tri-theme,
uncouth.
because there's birds. In addition to the fish and cats. But anyway, enthusiasm!
Alright, let's give him some enthusiasm.
So, do you think it worked?
Let's see, shall we?
What the devil was one up to?
Your Meowjesty, please tell us you're back to your old self.
Eh? Why, one is 10 times more energetic than one has ever been. But one feels different somehow.
This is your doing, is it not? Then you must be rewarded. Your Meowjesty, it seems that these brave adventurers have lifted the curse that was placed upon you.
What? Is this true?
Yes, Your Meowjesty. It appears that you were cursed with a lack of enthusiasm.
Is that so? One certainly didn't feel oneself for a while there. It seems one is in your debt.
I just want to point out that the background here and the character models are really seamless.
What do you mean?
Like, I don't know, like, I can tell, like, I can see how a lot of the drawings and stuff, like, it looks like a drawing of the set of stairs. Like, it's not actually, like, a modeled set of stairs from how we're looking at it. Like, it's basically, they drew this whole scene here, but they still have the characters interacting on it in a way that actually pretty closely resembles the animation that we saw earlier.
Hey, Bacon.
Yeah.
That's not drawn. That's actually rendered.
Those stairs are rendered?
I'm pretty
Right
certain
here?
that everything you encounter within the actual game is just rendered. Anyway, what spell did he just give us? Rejuvenate in another one. I wasn't looking. Oh, Spring Lock.
Unlocks things.
He gave us Spring Lock. You remember that blue chest that we saw?
Oh, yeah. So now that can be opened.
Yeah, we can unlock anything. And in the actual Wizard's Companion, it basically says don't be a dick with this spell. Like, don't break into people's houses and stuff.
This is not Skyrim, obviously.
You can just unlock anything. Anything that has a lock on it. And Rejuvenate, which, on, like, a select area, whatever you cast it on, it turns back time and brings it back to life.
Okay.
It is not a revive spell. It does not act like a Phoenix Down, though. You can't use it in battle. It's only for story stuff.
Okay, you were probably absolutely right about that being rendered, and if that is so, the rendering job in this game is absolutely fucking fantastic to make it look like a painting.
Did you expect any less?
Like, this visual quality, the sense of anything, like you could almost take a screenshot of almost anything, and it would look very scenic and very, like, picture perfect and...
Yes,
like,
everyone's
it's
really
beautiful.
impressed. Anyway, I just turned around and talked to Drippy. You can do that at any point in the game, and he'll just either give you tips of where to go or call you a crybaby. He is basically a Pikachu. This game has a lot of Pokemon parallels.
Yeah.
Like, look, it's a Pidgey.
Oh.
Not really. This is the Quartermaster. He sells weapons and armor and shields and badges.
Oh, okay. So you can get a whole bunch of different equipment for your dudes.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, it makes sense. I do have to say, the Quartermaster.
Yes.
All these puns.
If you pay attention to the Quartermaster's actual like way of speaking, there is 1 to 2 puns, bird puns in every sentence, and it's beautiful.
Yeah, right on, right on.
Oh, speaking of wands, let's go get a wand from King Tom. Let's head for the palace. We'll come back to the Quartermaster later, because we don't really need weapons at this point in the game. And
what was it we were getting from him again? Sorry.
We were just hanging out with him, really. King Tom was
Really?
just like, go check out the Quartermaster, and when you come back, I'll have the wand.
Well, okay then.
Like how Hootenanny was like, go sleep, and then I'll have your clothes.
I see.
Trying to push you away. They don't want Ollie around.
It's either that or it's artificially lengthening gameplay time.
Yeah.
I wonder if it might have been that.
I don't see why they need to artificially lengthen game time, because this is one of the only times in the game that it does shit like this. Oh no, King Tom's missing! Where is he? I don't know where he is. Oh no. He was missing enthusiasm, and now the kingdom's missing him. But he didn't actually leave, and he didn't leave the city. That is, he's just disappeared somewhere within the city.
Oh.
Oh yeah.
But where could he go?
Anyway, I don't see why it artificially lengthens gameplay in this section, because it never does that again, and it's like a 45-hour game.
Okay, that's fair. Nah, I was wrong on that one.
No,
if they did it all the time.
If they did it all the time, people would have a lot more issue with this game. Especially since later you get the equivalent of fly. So even if it does try to send you like from town to town, you don't have to walk anywhere.
Oh, that's awesome.
Okay, so Jerpy is explaining to us that not only does the great sage Alicia have a soulmate in Motorville, in Allie, Oliver's mom, but, oh man, everyone has a soulmate in Oliver's world, and every other world. There you go. So...
the multiverse theory.
So, you remember, Miss Layla's cat in, like, the first cutscene after Oliver's mom dies?
Oh, yeah. That's right.
Timmy Taldrum was his name. And you get to see him for 4 seconds, and he nuzzles up against Layla's leg after she drops off apple pie to Oliver, and he is apparently a very plot-important creature at the moment, so we have to go find the fucker. What kind of name for a cat is Timmy Taldrum?
An absurd one.
This is the most frustrated I will probably get in the game, like in this LP, in regard to can we just fight things more? There's not a single
Hey,
fight.
Oliver. Come on. This is not... Yeah, Drippy's got it right. You're not very smart. Come on. Just... This is like a very simple leap for you.
Yeah. Just,
Hey.
just go. Do you want to go home, Ollie boy? They're still having this conversation. It is beating you over the head with this concept.
A cat is a cat.
And it will keep
Bonk.
doing this when you need to encounter other people's soulmates.
That is pretty fucking awful.
Oh, do you remember that car that Drippy stopped in front of when we were looking for a stick? That was actually this one dragon's soulmate, and we have to go talk to it. And then and then Oliver doesn't understand. And then Drippy has to explain it for 15 minutes.
Da 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 dun dun.
That is not an actual thing that happens, by the way. Thank God.
Oh, that would have actually been kind of awesome.
No-
The fire-breathing dragon is a car.
No
Vroom,
soulmates in inanimate objects. No
Yeah, I
thanks.
kind of figured you were BSing once you mentioned the car. But still.
I don't know, man. It could end up being pretty plot important. Filmobile 2.0.
The Filmmobile.
Okay, so Layla is telling us that Timmy Taldrum's missing, and we need vital clues. But we're not gonna find those vital clues on our own, because this is a children's game. This ain't fucking Blue's Clues. They're gonna tell us where to go. There's gonna be a star on the map, and then along with the star on the map that already tells us where to go, they're also going to have exposition to tell us where to go. And this is the worst perpetrator of this in the entire game. This section. Like, Ding Dong Dell as a whole.
Is pretty bad.
Well, just when you get there, like, the dungeon is good and short and fun. And just... This is a straggler in terms of progressing the story. Oh look, it's that ghost girl. Well,
And why does Drippy walk off?
because Drippy can't see her. You remember?
That's right.
Yeah. So, I don't actually know if she's a I don't know if she's an actual ghost, but she has the same glow about her that Horus, the Sage of Ages, did. And
Oh.
at one point, like when we were first talking to her and she was apologizing about our mommy, she kind of just disappeared. So we're gonna just call her a ghost for the time being.
And her name is P.
Her name is P. Isn't that a cute name?
Mr. Kitty.
I like P. P's adorable. Old Fatty the Mog. Thanks, Drippy.
I hope that, like, Oliver slips up and calls King Tom Mr. Kitty to his face.
No. Oliver
Aw.
has respect for his cat elders.
It's not that really that well. I
Cat.
guess he is an elder, but I think the royalty part of it might be more important than the fact that he's an elderly cat. Maybe not. Who knows? Maybe Oliver is secretly an anarchist and doesn't believe in monarchy. A statist. No, what's the word? Republican, right? Or a Democrat. Who cares?
Let's... No, stop it. Okay, so this is where P led us. Oh, look at this foreshadowing. That's a mouse. And he is coming away from where P led us to Timmy Taldrum. I wonder what that could mean. Timmy's dead. Not really.
Don't do
No. I like that that's your reaction to that, but when our mom died, you didn't act.